Flooding now in Canton, Georgia on the Etowah River. The river has risen 11 feet over the morning hours, calling for a flood stage 4 feet above flood stage. Tomorrow morning, that is to the north of the Atlanta area. Anywhere really from 2 to 5 inches of rain here. We showed you the pictures in Metro Atlanta flooding on Peachtree Creek as well as the Big Creek up in Alpharetta. Heavier rain will fall farther over to Danbury and over to just south of Hartford and south of Boston. North of here, that is pretty much freezing rain now. South of here, rain, but temperatures are starting to fall, and that freezing rain will likely move on down into North Jersey and also the Hudson Valley overnight tonight. Philadelphia as well could see quite a bout of freezing rain on the north side of town. This is all light snow. Chicago, Milwaukee, Muskegon, light snow, about 1 to 3 inches expected here. Not a big deal. As has happened time and time again, the big snows will bypass Chicago. The big low coming out of the Rockies, that's the one that brought all that snow, locally 4 feet to Tahoe in California a couple of days ago. That's going to come on out, and it looks like later on tonight and tomorrow may spawn another bout of severe weather over the south. Then it'll turn the corner and head up the eastern seaboard. Watch out for the snow, watch out for the ice up into New York and Boston. Boston, you may do it. You may finally break your season snowfall record before Friday is done with. Now for more on that forecast and the impending cold wave, here's Mike Bono.
Freezing rain and sleet and freezing drizzle right in the middle of Illinois and Indiana. And again, that icy scenario just north of New York City and Hartford, Connecticut, which may just turn to snow before too much of tomorrow is over. We'll go into tomorrow morning with maybe a low-pressure wave keeping that snow going in parts of the Northeast, but the main show will be back around Tennessee by that time. And oh, this looks like another one of those icy situations just north of the low around the Cumberland Plateau and up into West Virginia and Pennsylvania. As things finally dry out, looks like the snow will just about end in Colorado. Here's the Arctic air west of the Rockies in the front, and even the jet stream for that matter. There's much, much milder air that you'll be seeing in the west, so a warm up in the desert southwest, maybe some fog developing in the San Joaquin Valley the next couple of days. But this low begins to wind, crank, and twist the fronts around it, so we'll have a low over the ocean before tomorrow night's over and some snow in the northeast, maybe in some of the major cities. Locally, 3 inches or more in a place that's gotten hit hard with rain already in the south. Still some snow to come, Colorado at the sea. Showers, then windy and remarkably colder in the southeast. Just as the weekend arrives, more cold in the eastern United States. Precipitation superseded by snow to the north, ending in the Rockies, expanding through Wisconsin, New England, New York, Boston right on the line. Looks like north of New York could be a little bit slick tomorrow, and the windy travel on the map. At least at low levels, but if the warm air is still in there at middle levels, then you get sleet and freezing rain. So this story is not over by a long shot. Nice weather developing in the west and especially southwest, but our low tracks on to the north and east, and the possibility of sleet turning to snow in Boston looks pretty good right now. Sleet, freezing rain, very possibly in the New York metro area, if not turning into snow at the end. But you have to go more north of New York and Hartford and west of Philadelphia to get into the places that could get a lot of snow out of this particular situation, like 6 inches to a foot or maybe more. This is a very wet scenario, as you could tell by all the rain you've been seeing in the south. Up to 4 or 5 inches of snow, Georgia and parts of Alabama, Mississippi, all that moisture is available to come on into the northeast in the form of snow. And already some of it in Milwaukee, a few inches, 2-3 inches around town so far. Parts of Michigan getting heavy snow. The snow in Colorado and Kansas sinking on southward and sinking in its viability. It looks like it'll end before too long. Severe threat area during the afternoon, light snow in Rochester. New York could have some freezing rain turning into heavy liquid rain if you're lucky. Otherwise, it'll be slipping and sliding. So not a great day to come out to the polls in a very heavily populated state. Cold air usually on the north side and warm air on the south side. Now, it's always snowing up there in the winter, but then you run into a warm layer and it'll be rain if the surface temperature is below freezing. But then the freezing rain will happen when that surface...
Action News, Delaware Valley's leading news program, with Scott Palmer, Dave Roberts, Lisa Thomas-Laurie, and Mark Howard.
Good evening. Mark is off tonight. Rob Jennings joins us. In the news tonight, Bucks County authorities are searching for vandals who hit a historic cemetery.
And a Torresdale fatal fire leaves a woman dead and many more homeless.
But the big story on Action News.
The orange and the yellow and the red are going away. They are implying some kind of a rotation right in here. And right now, that storm is crossing I-59, affecting the towns of Springville and Margaret. It'll continue moving off to the east-southeast. It is a right-turning type of storm and may affect the Anniston area or Oxford, Alabama over the next couple of hours. Keep a wary eye to the sky. That is a nasty cell, a history of high winds and large hail. Another big storm now coming back into northern Jefferson County as we speak, so watch out heading outbound out of Ohio and western PA. This is all going to head on to the east, so watch out in the Poconos and the Catskills, and eventually it'll drain the cold air down the Hudson Valley of New York into the New York and Philadelphia metro area. So the Allentown area, the Lehigh Valley, Bucks County, maybe Montgomery County, Pennsylvania, and a lot of North Georgia, or northern Jersey rather, may actually see some freezing rain overnight tonight. We'll have to monitor that situation very carefully. As far as the big system out in the Rockies, this system is coming on out now. This is
for those mild readings for one more night because the bottom's falling out after this. 70s along the...
Now Mouse has the power to give you complete control over all your travel. Introducing United Connection. Now on your own PC, you can reserve flights on over 500 airlines around the globe. Then book from over 30,000 hotels. Or arrange for a rental car from over 50 companies worldwide. And you'll get 500 mileage plus bonus miles every time you use United Connection software to buy and complete round-trip travel on United. That's United Connection from the employee owners of United. To get it, call 1-800-4...
Already in that location with some freezing drizzle reported from the Berkshires all the way back down the Hudson River Valley and extending into eastern areas of Ohio. A lot of rain on the coast from Nantucket all the way back in the areas of central PA. As you can find the showers and the rain continuing to plow eastward, and that freezing drizzle and sleet continuing to build up. A lot of cloud cover in this immediate area. Keeping that in mind, here's our forecast. Boston looking for some snow on Friday, but chilly temperatures as the sun returns over the weekend. Maybe you can make some plans, but bundle up. New York City, maybe some freezing drizzle tomorrow. Snow showers on Friday, but again, keeping a cool regime through the weekend. Rain-snow combo for Philadelphia. You'll be coming out of the deep freeze and responding to 38 by Monday. And for the D.C. area, similar rain-snow to start off your weekend, but look how chilly it gets at night, down into the teens. We've got some stormy weather to deal with for tonight in the south.
No, it's not. It's going to be another nasty session of weather as we head toward the weekend. Let's go live on Sky 6 right now. You can see fog already is affecting the area. Take a look at the expressway there, and we'll watch the traffic, rain and drizzle. Not a pleasant night. But AccuWeather is saying what we're getting right now is the best of what we're going to get for the next day or so. Today's high, 52 degrees. That's fine. 617 this morning. Our low is our present temperature reading of 43 as you can feel the colder air coming in. Winds out of the northeast 15 miles an hour. Got a wind chill right now of 26 degrees. It's getting closer and closer. For tonight, drizzle and fog. Colder conditions, a high 31. The low make that 31 degrees. That'll be up in Bucks and Montgomery County. Up there, you folks could have things freeze over, so you may have some icy conditions. The rest of us, 35 degrees. For tomorrow, Thursday, there's the combination. Rain, ice, and snow. Rain, ice, and snow. That's the changeover. 34 degrees. Now that high comes early in the morning. Then temperatures are just going to tumble. We'll be in the 20s and come tomorrow night. That's going to all ice up, making Friday morning's rush hour right now could be a horrendous morning trying to get to work. Friday's high 30 degrees, windy and colder air as the storm system moves out. But early in the morning, we're going to have that ice to contend with from tomorrow night. So not very pleasant indeed. Winter is returning, but it has not been where you might think it has been. The AccuVax file heads north to Alaska. You see, even this close to spring, Alaska is usually frigid right now. In fact, the normal low for Barrow, Alaska, America's northernmost city, should be about 25 degrees below. But this winter, Alaskans may be ready for the beach. Highs on Monday were 29 degrees and a low of comparatively balmy 7 degrees. That's more than 30 degrees above normal. Now, some towns like Kodiak and Valdez were in their 40s. It's been so warm, racers in the annual Iditarod sled race are concerned about soft snow. But where has winter been? Well, how about North Dakota? Today's low was, today's high was minus 31. The old record was minus 25. A record breaker today in North Dakota. I'm getting so concerned about this storm
tongue twister
coming.
too.
Yeah.
Where has winter been? Well, we've seen a lot of it lately.
Coming back.
And the word horrendous is not a word we usually hear from Dave Roberts.
No.
It's,
yeah, it could be very, very
serious.
icy. Concerned about, you know, people will be going to work early in the morning. That's our concern right now. Several storms, they've come on Saturday. So we've got a little bit of break. This one looks like it's coming Thursday night, Friday morning.
So if you want to take a vacation, you've got about 24 hours or so. And how to protect your vacation investment when Action News continues.
change. We'll tell you more about that coming up. Winds, the extremely heavy downpours, and also watch the Weather Channel and the Weather Channel local forecast screens for tornado warnings, because we have had a number of them today and the night is young. Tornado watches in effect through Louisiana on into southeastern Georgia, where a potential tornado is moving towards St. Simon's Island right now. We have flash flood watches in effect. All of that heavy rain, nowhere for the water to go, and more rain on the way, as much as 2 to 3 inches of rain. Then we have the other problem, the freezing rain and then snow on top of that in the next 24-hour period. We'll tell you where all of that is headed coming up.
Ice, South Weymouth, Mass. through Bradley Field, some sleet mixed in, Catskills. This low will be intensifying, and if it's not that low, it'll be another one in its place. As the precipitation is getting organized, still a little bit of a mixture, rain in Pennsylvania and a mixture to the north, but then to the west, things are really starting to beef up over the Ohio Valley, so the worst is yet to come.
And Friday, we're going to continue your good